That's about the long and short of it. In other words, always everything that's happened is my fault. All you are victims to the misfortune of knowing me and getting dragged into this. No apologies sincere enough. I'm sorry for what you've been put through. I'm not following. Why, I've heard what you say, but I think you got any reason to be that sorry. Based on what you learned, Phantasma choosing a new master was an inevitability. I think it would have done whether or not you were there or not. As such, after it lost Uriel, something like this would have happened no matter the circumstances. I agree. Phantasma would have simply chosen someone else and created a different world as a result of a trauma. The thought that you might have been chosen is something short of terrifying too. Everything that happened here is so far nothing compared to what we could have endured had come to pass. Oh Muller, your words are like the sweetest kiss turned frozen upon parting. Do you have that little faith in me and your one and only? Perhaps everyone here would have been drawn into the most ravenous feast the world has ever seen. But nothing more than that. I'm scared. I'm just disgusted. You have a very special degree of creep, you know that? I want no part of any feast that comes out of your brain. Yeah, count me out of this one. I can't help you guys, you're kind of missing a point. Well, don't take me as trying to defend you or anything, but in a sense, it might have been a good thing you had chosen over anyone else. Just, how'd you figure? I'm lost as well. Your stigma is obviously very powerful. It's capable of exerting a lot of control over things. Enough so that Phantasma, as it now exists in a state of order. But what if it had chosen someone else? Would the world have been able to maintain order then? It's possible that Phantasma would have been able to contain the chaos that ensued and gone out of control under someone else. Is what you're essentially getting at, right? I knew you'd understand, Joshua. If that had happened, a whole lot more people might have been caught up in this. Not that I've got a problem with lots of guests at a tea party. The more merrier. Oh, come on, Ren. I think if you only wanted to be having fun. She's right, though. I don't think you got any reason to beat yourself up. We're all very different people from different walks of life. But right now, we're all here, sharing a common destiny. Yeah, in times like these, we've got to help each other out, right? Besides, this place relates to Uriel, which is Liberl's problem. From my perspective, you're a victim. I couldn't agree more. As such, Kevin, we'd appreciate you continuing to lead us up as you have done so before. It's time to truly bring an end to what we started half a year ago. First I'm stupid when Ries pulls off the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and now you guys? This must be the biggest group of idiots in all of Zamoria. I swear, you wouldn't find a more gullible, naive bunch anywhere on the continent. I was happy to use each and every one of you for my own devices right to the very end. So how can you be so... It's alright, Kevin. Sometimes you just have to know when to give in. And you're at that point right now. You look at ran out a second you got stuck with us. Got stuck with you mean. Spending too much time with you pushing, meddling do-gooders who don't know when to quit like you is bad for anyone. You want to say that again? Well, all those things describe you to a T, which is true. They certainly do. I think they have good points, though. Yes, so do I. I think Estelle's rubbed off on all of us at this point. That's not a bad thing. Group of idiots is right. We're smack dab in the middle of a shitty situation here. You wouldn't know it looking at us. We're a team this spectacular. What do we have to fear? There's a chance we could even overthrow the Erebonian government if we put our minds to it. Need I remind you that not something an Erebonian prince should be saying out loud? Alright, I know what I'm beat. We're in this together. This time I actually mean it. We're happy to have you with us. Anyway, at least now we know exactly what we need to do here. We need to defeat Rufina, the Lord of Phantasma. There's no getting around it. Unfortunately not. Indeed. That said, just where is she? You didn't encounter her in Gehenna, did you? She disappeared immediately after the two of you fell down there. That's a good question. I think it's safe to say she wasn't down in Gehenna with us. If she had been, she would have shown herself at some point. Yeah. But where is she? I believe I can answer that. Celeste? Oh, I didn't realise you were here. I can't thank you enough for saving hides earlier. Truly, I doubt we would have been able to get out unharmed if it weren't for your assistance. We're both grateful beyond words. I was more than happy to help. All of us here are in the same predicament, myself included. You can even think of me as another one of your companions if you'd like. Naturally. What kind of answer are you thinking of you can give? Ah yes. Took some time, but I was able to ascertain her current location. Really? Is that where you've been working all this time? Yes. During my investigation of the 7th plane, I was able to get an understanding of the layout and contents. I was discovered Lord of Phantasma isn't in any of the planes, rather she is outside of them. Phantasma consists of more than just the planes? What's it like outside of them? Think of the planes you've been exploring like a giant multi-layered structure in the centre of Phantasma. But all you've known up to this point, this world consists of more than them. That said, Phantasma is just a vast barren wasteland at this point, abandoned and devoid of life. Do you know what this big abandoned wasteland is? Because if it's just that vast, knowing she's there probably isn't going to help us. A relatively good idea, although that doesn't solve a core problem. The word vast doesn't do the scale of wasteland itself justice. But it's roughly the size of a continent to where you live. The size of Zamoria? This is going to pose a problem. Crossing an area that massive on foot would take months. Do we not have any other means of transport? Not sure my power will be any use to you here. Can't place monuments too far away from this garden. And if we did commit to ourselves to trekking across the whole thing on foot, without the cube's power, we could come back and resupply. Trying to take several months of worth of food hardly seems realistic. What's up, short stuff? Got something on your mind? Well, I was just thinking, why don't you use the RSA? What? The replica we encountered on the first plane? Yeah. This world is supposed to react to the desires of people in it, right? So obviously RSA might not be a real one. It looks just like it. Everyone here is pretty familiar with the real thing and how it looks, and it seems like a ship we could picture flying easily. Maybe we all wish it to fly together, it might actually happen. Sorry, I'm being silly, aren't I? I don't know what's going into me. This isn't something an engineer should be saying. I don't think you're silly at all, Tita. In fact, that's a fantastic idea. You do? It does seem like the easier something is to imagine, the easier it is to have it realised. And both you and Julia are familiar with the exact structure we are, say, while most of us here have been on board it. That might actually work. There's clearly no rule saying airships can't exist here, given the fact we've already been on the Black Ark. Well, Celeste, you think it would work? The RSA is a ship you used to board the Liberl Ark, I believe. But if I were to feed the image of it flying back into the system, I think this might actually be possible. If all you're on board, the white wings will take to the skies once more. Well done, Tita. Totally, you really outdid yourself this time. Wait a sec, does that mean we might be able to make the Bobcat fly? Oh, you're right. How many are familiar with that? Ah, crap. I think Gisette and I are the only ones who actually flown in it. Shara, Olivia have technically been in it, but that was just stowaways. Yeah, it was back when we were investigating the airship hijacking. Ah, what a fond memory that was. I'm not sure what our odds of success would be, but that's a rather small number of people. I think it would be wise to start focus on trying to revive the RSA. Still, it sounds like a much better plan than trying to walk them on foot. We should prepare for departure at once. I should warn you one thing. Once you've flown the RSA to the area, that'll be it. You'll be unable to return to this garden ever again. Please be mindful of that. Because you won't be able to use the cube's warp functionality? Correct. Using it as a warp is only possible when you're within a certain range. So before you depart, I would ask that you make absolutely sure you have everything you need. Probably best that I step down as leader for the time being then, if you're just door hunting, trying to get some extra practice in. Right. Chapter 8. The Future We Dream of. That's the future we dream of. I wonder if there's a reason to level up everybody. I'm not going to use Ries, sorry Ries.
No problem.
I just want to use... Good.
Adequate performance.
Ren. And... Is Tita the one I normally use, I wonder? Go back group. Let's check out augments. Yeah, Tita is low. So, you need a gold gem. Got a spare gold gem, wonder? I do not, so sorry, Ries, you need to lose your what gold gem. There we are. Well, that's gotta be... Water gem or sapphire gem. Sapphire gem. Water gem. Definitely water gem. Is there anything which ups to speed? Yes. To be honest, speed plus would be good on her, I reckon. She doesn't really need remove. Equip Ries. Super Gladiator stuff goes away. This is defensive move, but nothing else. To be honest, the Super Gladiator stuff works best on him, I reckon. Anything else new? Oh yes, now I've got his items to give to other people. Those arts. I think you having that's probably the best idea. What is it? The Grail Locket? And what was the other thing he had? Skull pendant, possibly? No. What's he going to go about Grey Locket this time? Unless I really need it. So what you're going to heal up? I'm going to check synthesized quartz. If there's anything new, let's check the shop actually. Anything new for anybody? Nope, armor. Amalgam guard. Some of the comms, accessories. Tools. Okay. So actually going to save a game here. And decide what I want to do next. Let's see how silly this team goes in the Arc Hangar. I just want to fight a single fight, to be honest. Craft? No. Arts.
Take that!
That's how this team works. I don't need much more experience, it seems. So I can actually go back to the base area now. Well, I haven't changed my support member yet, have I? Okay, I have. So you just give XP and Sepith, not really useful. HP recovery, strength, no defense. We all basically give a negative, don't we? No agility. Low defense. Higher speed, higher move. Arts and arts defense. I'm gonna go Gisette. Just because she's always been my support the entire game. Oh well, thanks for watching guys, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.